welcome back.
Keep us safe, Bradshaw.
We're in for a relatively straightforward run to the jump point. We're flying a Sabre, there's a bunch of other fighters around, and there's nothing heavier than a Kilrathi corvette in between us and where we need to go.
Oh man, I don't like this. I'd feel much better making a run as a carrier than in a dogfight.
But Popsicle would rather be fighting heavier ships for some reason. Anyway, try to avoid the first head-to-head because the fighters that take part in most of that are the Dracri, and we really want to be fighting the Krantz in the Sabre because it's not quite up to dogfighting with a Dracri. It's more manoeuvrable and it's got dumbfire missiles which it tends not to miss with too often, so ideally we want to be fighting the Krantz, they're much easier to kill. Leave the Dracri to the 3 rapiers.
Corvettes, sure ain't contact. TCS Hawkins, what's your squadron's position? We need immediate assistance.
We reach you, Fireca. We had a spot of trouble out here too, but we're on the way now. Should be on your radar in a minute or two.
So if you recall from the briefing, we were expecting a Corvette squadron in reinforcement, and the Corvette squadrons that have turned up are the other colour. There's 9 corvettes, well 9 Kilrathi corvettes in this mission, and that's a respectable force, but a one-dimensional one.
Switch to my target.
Sabres are pretty good corvette killers if they gang up on individual ships, so that's what I'm doing with my communications orders, making sure that my entire wing is targeting the same corvette, and then they'll all go down quite quickly.
Switch to my target.
The Muppets who are ejecting are fighters from other wings who are attacking corvettes spread out. Anyway, we've dealt with the nearer squadron. This other one is much further away, and the other wings, there's a wing of Sabres from the Leyte Gulf and rapiers from the Quebec.
Corvette Squadron Tango, we're engaging the enemy corvettes. Keep the fighters off us.
And we've taken out all but 2 of those by the time the next wave of Kilrathi fighters arrived. The Cherokie's a reasonable opponent for the Sabre, actually. They tend to annoyingly hang around at just about the edge of your gunnery range, and they're as fast an afterburner as you are, so that's a lot of long-range shooting. Unsatisfactory, because it's quite hard to hit any target at that sort of ranges. The surviving rapiers, on the other hand, are having a field day.
A bit much. We think it's about time the alert fighters got up to deck.
The order's already been given, except that one of your rapiers croaked and died on the runway. It's going to be several minutes before we're ready to launch anything. Don't worry though, Laity is also scrambling their plane.
Anderson!
I want the jet!
Well, I have to give Standoff credit. I don't think I've heard that excuse used anywhere before, and I'm sure it must happen occasionally. But that chief is seriously in my bad books now, even if she hadn't been already. Anyway, the Kilrathi that arrived, there's 12 fighters, 6 Sartha, 3 Guthrie bombers, and 3 more Chris. It's the most dangerous wave, and therefore that's why I'm launching missiles now, but still not that dangerous, though it does exhibit the Looney Tunes approach to missile guidance that we appear to have. That one was fairly bad. I'm not quite sure why it did a loop-the-loop before destroying that Sartha. This missile, on the other hand, is just, well, watch. Did it forget where the Thissy was going for was, and then reacquire it? I don't know. But anyway, during that time I got shot by another Hriss. There's 2 here, and the other one's on my tail, or sort of is, did some damage to me. I think it was a Bliss rather than a Rapier. It could have been either. Or Morning Star, there's some of those around here, and some FAs as well. Basically, there's a lot of blue dots right now, and there's 2 red dots. The identity of the other surviving one is a poster child for concentrating on the bombers. Yep, it's the 3rd Gothry that I decided I wasn't bothered with because surely someone else would kill it, with numbers being in our favour. Well, I guess it didn't have enough torpedoes to do any damage anyway. And there we are, mission accomplished. And that is an awful lot of Confederation firepower around us now. But then again, once we reach the nav point, this is pretty much 3rd Fleet.
Mission accomplished.
Time to head back and relax.
Request clearance to land.
Oh yeah! You know, I've always thought those Contact-class dreadnoughts were mighty ugly, but man, that their ship is the most beautiful sight I've seen in years. You're cleared to land, Captain.
But before we do, let's just take a look at the TCS Concordia for old time's sake. It's not the prettiest model in Standoff, but it's a fairly faithful replication of the ship as she was in Wing Commander 2. It shares the all-important characteristic of being armed to the teeth, and we'll be seeing it in action again later, so I think I quite like the model. Anyway, we'd best be landing. Freka's going to jump to Sol and we don't want to be left behind. No! Chat with the Chief again, she's still mad with us. Only 35% damage, so maybe she'll like us a bit better. 10 kills is okay for a mission with so many friendlies in. So I'm happy with this one. Thanks for watching. I've been Alanin, this has been Wing Commander Standoff, and I'll see you next time when the Battle of Earth begins.